welcome back to another video on Race Room and another lap of the Nordschleife. This time we are in a 2005 Mercedes C-Class DTM car. Honestly, one of the best sounding cars in Race Room in my opinion. A car with a glorious V8 engine in it. Honestly, this thing sounds amazing. But as amazing as it sounds, not the easiest thing to keep under control. And it's very grabby in the slow speed. Oh, actually, wrong. Very loose in the slow speed corners, especially on throttle. The car really wants to break out its tail if you step on it too much. Of course, the fact that this does not have ABS or traction control doesn't help. It makes it quite a handful to drive. But nonetheless, still makes it fun to drive. Now, I'm here on the outlap. I'm gonna see what this thing can do in a minute. Oh, and also, as you can see, no DRS or no push to pass like the DTM from 2020. Now, I'm gonna let you guys hear some extra exterior audio during the drive, because this V8 almost sounds like some of the V8 F1 cars that would come a few years after this came out. Yeah, this thing sounds glorious. Alright, I'm gonna go shut up and let you guys listen, and we will see each other on the end of the outlap. Alright, here we are going under the Bilstein Bridge. Time to see what this car can do. Still a little bit cold on the brakes and tires, but that's okay. Turn this off. Coming up to start finish right now. Second gear. Careful on that throttle, don't make this guy bite you in the ass. Hard on the brakes again here. Keeping the temperature in. Really careful on the curbs. They really do unsettle this kind of high downforce car. And you do really notice a really big difference between slow and fast speed. Tiny bit of a lift for fluke here. Hard on the pedal again after. And coming out of the slow turns, and the car really is fighting for grip. And when the downforce kicks in, all the grip in the world. Bit of a lift here. Hard on the brakes immediately after. Really trying to stop that car. All brakes do not like stopping you. They're just there for show. Up on the hill, bit of a brake here into fifth. Hard on the brakes again after. Now getting into the slow section. You really have to be as smooth as you can be on that throttle pedal. If you stab it too much, the car will let you know. Bit of lift through here. Trying to do miss hit miss. Kinda doing it. Hard on the brakes for the slowest corner here. Try to clip that apex. And launch yourself out of here. Hard. This is one of my most difficult corners here. Car really wants to break out on you. Flat, easy flat. Lock up the brakes a bit, but that's okay. Still made the corner. (3:06). That's a pretty decent time. On the upper here. Keep it in 5th. Let that baby scream. Lift it for the corner. Back on after the apex. Easily doable with all the arrow this thing has. Hard on the brakes again. And again, this thing does not like stopping and does not like slow exit hairpins. Trying to keep this inside of the carousel, but it just does not want to stay in there. Alright, now we're coming up to the most difficult part of the track. Definitely in this car. All these turns are like on the edge of the speed you need to get some of the downforce working. Trying to take the curves here. Doing it beautifully. Shifted down accidentally there. A jump, which is a tiny bit of a jump. Stay off the grass, stay off the grass. Really trying to keep a pin there. Front end trying to wash away underneath you. Second carousel. Careful you do not torpedo yourself into the wall. Bit of a lift. Again, a tiny bit of a lift until you hit that curb. Keeping it all flat. Rev this thing out all the way. Use all those 500 ponies. Timing under the bridge is gonna be a 6:24. Gonna be under 7 minutes, but where I do not know. Be brave on the brakes. Really brave. 647. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with that. There's definitely a lot more in this, and the same with the other DTM. It's a lot where I leave it on the table, especially on the exit of some turns, where you really have to manage that throttle to keep the grip in the rear and not make it break out, but still have proper amount of acceleration. But nonetheless, sound, that's the reason you drive this thing, and that's definitely the reason you should look at the replay after this, which I will show you. This thing sounds amazing. But yeah, that was a lap. Hope you enjoyed this one. Hope you were able to listen to the thing good. Hope you do enjoy the replay. If not, only the audio of the replay. And yeah, like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And see you guys in the next one. Bye.